New bike, thank you very much, Craig.
Easy, yeah.
Come and buy a bike from him. Top guy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, have a good one.
Hope I don't hit any buses now on it. The power on this is just immense. Cheers, Craig. Right, my lovelies. Like being a kid again. Right, won't start without the stand up either. Dash on it is clear and precise, absolutely fantastic. You've got a menu system on this, so on the little handle there, press the menu button down, press the menu button down again, and then we've got the information on the bike. So what we've got, so on the top is my vehicle, and then you've got your check. So the actual temperature, the water temperature, the oil temperature, the outside temperature at the bottom on the left. On the right hand side at the top is time, and then below that is the miles the bike has done. So it's done 566 miles. The range left in fuel in the bike now is 150 miles, 14.4 volts on the battery, and again time on the bottom 4:13. So if we use the whiz wheel here and move it across, we can see our journeys. That's on trip 1. Move it across again, that's trip 2. You go across again, and that's the service intervals when they're due. It's very well balanced bike, this. So like for this job, it's great. So just go back to your main menu, press your menu button again, move across. We're in urban, select urban. So you've got revometer, and you've got your miles on the top, miles per hour on the top. You can change this. There's people on YouTube that are changing it exactly like the GS revometer and systems, because it's electronic, isn't it? It's basically just sat on an Android platform. So if we go back to the menu again, go across, navigation. So my navigation on it, set to your phone. I can actively set my guidance, which runs off my phone, so you have to pull your phone to it. Then once you pull your phone to it, you then can set your destination either from your phone or from the bike itself. If we just go back, music, you can put your music onto there. Cheers, mate. Telephone conversations, you can connect your telephone up to it in your phone list. And then your basic settings on the bike. This is turned off because me bike isn't my phone isn't paired to it at the moment. I've not connected it up. So I'm going to do a left. I'm going to go down Beach Road, which is a lovely little road if you want to go for some nice food. This is in Chorlton. Now let's just go back to the menu I like. Just press it again, and we'll just whiz across. I prefer it on my vehicle, so it looks nice and trendy with all that lot. I'll do a walk around on the bike. I've done a couple of videos, but I'll do a proper walk around on it. As I say, we're just going through Chorlton now. The laundrette, lovely little place for food. Not cheap, but you pay for what you get. You got the green at the bottom. Proper little trendy place this. It's expensive, but it's nice. So I'm on a long journey now from Chorlton, and I'm going down to Warrington. So I'm going to take us down some nice little roads and show you what this bike is like on all aspects. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through Stretford. So we'll go up here onto Edge Lane, and these roads are really bumpy. The bike is hard. It's not a soft ride. The seat absorbs a lot of it. The seat is really comfortable, the seat on this. It's got heated seats, it's got heated grips. And let's just stop there. We'll clear there. Now, when we come down Edge Lane as we're going to Stretford, it becomes very, very busy, and that's where this bike comes into its own. The bike is absolutely amazing for cutting through traffic. It's so light. Most motorbikes can do it quite easily, to be honest, but this, it just feels so light, and it's not a light bike. The physical weight of it is 207 kilograms. It's got a seat height of 775 millimeters, and it's wide, but it's comfortable. It's a very comfortable bike, and nothing much will keep up with you off the lights. You come to lights at all when you pull away, it's absolutely off it goes. Helmet steaming up a bit there. It's quite a nice day. It's a bit grey and overcast, but it's still nice. It's 19C outside. It's actually got warmer from about 2 o'clock. As I say, that's not even trying on this bike. It's really, really quick to take away. And it's one of these bikes where it's been categorised. It's like a Volvo, isn't it? It was like a Jaguar. They're categorised as this is only for that purpose or only for that purpose, and it's no good for anything else. Well, they're wrong, because I've had this now since Friday just gone. What we're on now, the 27th, so about the 24th, Friday the 24th. And this bike is absolutely, I'd say for commuting, what I've done on commuting, it's been one of the best bikes I've ever had for commuting. It's one of the most comfortable, without doubt. And I never thought the CVT gearbox would be brilliant. And just to let people know, the CVT gearbox was in very old Volvo cars, which were band driven many years ago. In terms of, I've added a screen to this bike, so I've added this PureEgg screen. That was £94, so it wasn't cheap, but a massive difference it makes from the actual stock screen. The stock screen is it doesn't do anything for you. I'll be dead straight with you, and anyone that says otherwise, you've got, when you get to 40 mile an hour on that, you're being blown all around your chest, your head. I'm 5'9", and I was actually, I didn't like it. I did not like that screen at all. It's actually, this road isn't that bad today. It's normally a lot worse than this. Now, should I no, we're going to go straight on, I think. We'll go straight on. I could have turned right. I'm going through Stretford now. This is past Stretford Mall, or Stretford Aldale Centre. Everyone's heard of the Trafford Centre. That basically has absolutely wrecked this place. It's cut in half the size of it. I grew up around Stretford as a young boy, and it was a prospering centre. It was the only big centre that everyone went to. Had lots and lots of things in there. Looks very worn out now. To be honest, it's probably now had its days and does need to be retired. But as I say, the bike as well for going in between traffic, fantastic. Never understand that you've got a bike, filter on your bike, little 125, he should be right up there at the front. The brakes on this are absolutely fantastic. I'm so amazed by the brakes. It's ABS and traction control on it. And you can tell the 350cc single cylinder on it goes some. You know, it's not R6 Phaser or CBF. It's not that sort of power. It's got plenty of grunt to get you out of any trouble at all. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go down, we'll go over the high level bridge in Stretford, just to show you. It's absolutely cracking to ride. It's like I say, this is my third day on it. I put £16 in it, and my fuel, actually that's the one thing, the countdown on the fuel is showing me 144 miles, but has it got, no, right, so it's got the opposite. You haven't got the full and empty, you've just got the countdown. And when I put the £16 in it, there was still fuel in it. I'd bought the bike with 350 miles on it, so I'd ridden it up to about Monday, done about 150 miles. So we'll see what it does. I think what we'll do with this bike, we'll run this fuel until it comes to empty, and then we'll do a video and we'll run the bike from the warning lights, which is a 50-mile range, and we'll run it to complete empty, and we'll keep a few litres of fuel in the back of it. Now this is actually a bike I'm going to be keeping, so it's the first bike I've what you call PCP'd, private payment plan on it, and it's £63 a month. It's a second-hand bike. It's a 2020 plate on it. The R, to be honest, it's cost me just over £5,000. The R, expensive, but for what you've got on this bike, you've got so many little gadgets and tricks if you want them. I mean, I'm not a person that wants some sort of gadgets and things, but they're on it, and they certainly do help. As I say, I've not used I used the heated grips. Well, the heated grips and the heated seat were on when I left it from the showroom, and I travelled out round about a mile, and I had to turn them off. I was actually on fire with them, and they've been off since. Heated grips and heated seats. So heated seat, the top one there on the right hand handlebar, and the heated grips are the one at the furthest on the top. And it's quiet, this bike. It's a lovely quiet little bike. Now, in terms of mileage on them, people are getting 80 to the gallon out of these, and I've read articles on people that are getting up to 120 out of them. And for me, it's two sides to me. Yeah, it is fuel. I'll keep this bike to actually save on fuel when the weather's, even if it's raining. I was out on it yesterday and it was raining, and it actually keeps the weather off you really well. I was really surprised how dry I was when I got back. I mean, it wasn't heavy rain, it was spitting, but my legs were dry completely. Helmet had the bit, a little bit on my shoulders. It gets you on the wind gets you on the arms and the shoulders. Busy roundabout this. If you go right up that road there, you're going to Trafford Park and the Trafford Centre. Now, and the brakes, as I say, the brakes are absolutely the brakes are amazing on this bike, and I'm going to say that they are amazing. They just stop, and it is ABS, it is traction control, or BMW's ACS, I think it is. It's the wrong version. I'll get to them. I'll read through all the articles, and we'll go through them. But as you can see there, not much is going to keep up with you off the line. And now we're going on to the M60 and we're picking up, this is the Barton Viaduct, Barton Bridge, so we'll go up this and we'll use the slip road which it's meant for. Look for a little gap like there and make sure they're not speeding up, and then we'll just squeeze in there and we'll squeeze out to the middle lane because cars are coming across from the left hand side from Urmston, and they're coming out, and that wagon's is that coming out into the outside lane? Not seen them doing that before. I think if he's doing that, we'll because it's not illegal for a wagon to go into that lane without a trailer on. I want to cut back in a second. This is what these bikes are absolutely built for, no ifs or buts. We'll just squirt through there, and I've kept a good eye on my mirrors. I know what's behind me. Lots of cars people. Now when I'm driving into work and I have to go home this way, and I get it, it's slow. My drive home can be up to an hour and 20 minutes. Now the last 2 days I've come on the bike, and even on this sort of busy traffic we're into 25 minutes, and that's going slightly longer ways because I am going to go back slightly longer way than I normally do, because I'm going to give you the opportunity to come with me on all different types of roads. Now I'm hoping I got my sound half working. I'm praying that I've got some semblance of sound on this bike, on this video. But I have got a new recording device coming, so I won't sound like I'm whispering in the future. Again, the bike, as I'm saying to you, it's so balanced. It's so light, and it's narrow. No vibration. Your arms are so relaxed because your arms are not like my face and my arms. You're still up higher, and believe it or not, the bigger bikes, you can feel it in the weight of the bike. The handling on this is astounding. It's like I've said on all the videos that I've done with it. It rides like a motorcycle. And the plan is, in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to go on a camping trip, and I'm toying on going to Scotland. Now I was going to go on one of my bigger bikes, but do you know, I think I'm going to sack that right out the window. Thank you. I'm going to go on this. I'm going to get a back plate for it, a back box, where I can there we go, Manchester Ship Canal, where I can fasten my tent or my box to if I go in tent, and I don't know whether I'll camp or whether I'll get B&Bs. This is just, do keep your wits about you when you're doing this, because you know, if something pulls out on you, you are running the risk, but do be careful. But this, I absolutely love this. You may be bored of watching it, but I'm certainly not bored of riding this. I actually thought this bike was just going to be for quick commuting to and from work, and that's all I'll use it for. But to be quite honest with you, I could live on this bike. Could quite easily live on it. It's just, maybe it's because I'm getting old. There you go, at weight van. Let's use your indicators, not. Absolutely dreadful drivers. 95% of them. But, you know, you're in charge of the bike, you need to be aware. Don't blame them for driving too close. So now we've come off at Eccles and we're heading towards Earlham. So I'm taking you through on this bike, I'm taking you through all busy traffic areas. You've got little pockets here as well. You've got in this pocket, they're only tiny. I can't fit my S22 mobile phone in it, in either of them. It's got a dim socket in this one here, which I'm getting a converter. I'm going to convert it to USB. In terms of the brakes as well, the pack brake's as good as the front on this, and it's got twin discs on it. I'll be dead honest with you, I mean, my favourite bike for a long time. One, because I like autos now. It sounds daft, I think automatic bikes, especially if you're commuting, doing this sort of work on it, there's no hard work with them. I mean, even it's like I say on this will sit. I was on the motorway this morning, it will sit at 80 mile an hour without a glitch. It just feels like you're riding a big bike. Now we'll find out what it's like long term, because it's single cylinder, and all single cylinder can't get out. Single cylinders are like motocross bikes, are very torquey off the mark, and that's why this is quick off the mark. But I don't know what they've done to actually make it so smooth. The other side, that'll just go on to indicators. They've got the indicators, so you indicate right to go right now, and the indicators self-cancel when you straighten up sometimes. Now this is what I found, and now I've put the indicator on before we're turning. In fact, you know, I've had more blowing, nearly blown me off, sat down, not moving there. The wind is really, really strong here. Are we going? That's proper wind out there. I think we've got storms coming. I think tomorrow, we'll be in on it tomorrow. It's halfway through the week. And I may be getting wet tomorrow, so all the garbage I've told you about not being wet on that bit of a wet day may be right out the window. We'll find out anyway. So now we're going onto a nice dual carriageway, and there we go. You're gone. It's just absolutely fantastic. And there's City Airport. I did think about doing the pilot's licence, and I'm on the dark side of 50 now. I was going to do it in my 30s, ended up doing saving and bits and other bobs. But it's very expensive. And most of the people that have the planes have got shares, they're like boat shares. Even with people like them. I think I prefer to own my own stuff, to be honest. If I break it, it's my fault. But you just can't. I mean, if you can afford to buy even a cheaper moped, if you need to save money. This £16 is what it's going to cost me, £18 a week, £20 a week. That's £80 a month. It will cost me to say maximum. I'll work out an exact cost what it costs, because my insurance on this is £102, fully comp. But that's for me. Different people and where you live and how old you are will make a difference to how much it costs you. But just in fuel, I know 100%. Do you see that? it's going to more than half my fuel, because I spend at least 50 to 60 pounds a week in fuel. So if I come to work, and I'm not uncomfortable, let's make it plain, I'm not cold. I've got a special motorcycle suit which has got heated elements in it. I've got a heated seat if I want to use it. Got heated grips. I've actually got heated gloves. Let's just go there. Oh, look at this. And we'll just crazy what they do. Road transport in this country are mad. Right, so this is a new carriageway that goes through Earlham. So the old road used to go parallel to this, and get all the shops and all the different places, really bad delays. But what they done by putting this in was all the businesses, they lost a lot of businesses, and it become a lot quieter town because of it. The Manchester Ship Canal is on my left hand side, and it's quite a nice pleasant ride this. As I say, outside it's not cold at all, 19C out there, it's lovely riding like this. And the one thing I found about it, where you put your feet, you've got a number of places. This bike comes with crash guards, and I've got another place where I can put my feet on the crash guards down there. I can put my feet on the basic and sit up higher on the bike, on the back seat. It's really, it is really good. Now that's just, I'm just feeding the back brake now, I'm not even touching the front one. Amazing, the brakes. Better than the NC. Not as good as the Phaser. The Phaser, you can stand up straight on the Phaser. Undoubtedly you could put good brakes on this, to be honest. There we go. Are we going to get another bike? Oh no, he's a bike, he's not letting on to a scooter. Oh, a maxi scooter. Oh, a maxi scooter. Scooters are 50cc mopeds. And I've been one of them that have, because I've had big bikes. I've had R1s, R6s, Thunder Races, Thundercats, GSXRs, a number of Phasers. I mean, my favourite bikes have always been the Phaser. I would say probably out of all the bikes I've had over a long period, they have been my favourite up until the NC750. The NC750 come out, and when I got on that was the first fully automatic bike, well, semi-automatic bike that I ever rode, and I'm still in love with them. And you'll probably still see one in my little stable. As I say, at the moment now, my Phaser's up for sale on eBay at £2,000, and that's a bargain. It's only 3 owners, it's only about 18,000 miles. I bought it really to do a few YouTube videos and a little bit of riding, which I've done, and that's the intention. Get back what I paid for them, do a few YouTube videos, ride a few more bikes before I actually get to that stage in my life where I can't ride them. I've had bikes since I was 9 years old. I don't think there's many bikes I haven't ridden. And people call them, they are dangerous, but so are cars, so are planes, so are trains, everything's dangerous. You just, ride to your capacity. I have people, I have, like one gentleman said, is it worth buying a bike with ABS or without it? They're both extremely good. ABS is definitely better in the wet. It's better on looser roads, but it's not going to stop you falling off, it's not going to stop you crashing. I mean, you can treat a non-ABS braking. You don't have to pull your brake on really tight to stop. You can pump it. If you've got enough space, if you was going up here at 100 mile an hour and then you start pumping your brake, you'll slow down like ABS, because that's what all ABS is doing. It's putting pressure on, taking off, like it's doing that. It's just, only it's being done through a pump. And I'll just add to yours as well, that pump costs a lot of money when they go wrong. Costs a lot of money. And when they go wrong, you've got no brakes. When you've got no brakes on a bike with non-ABS, you know it's a seal that's gone in your piston, or a hose has gone. You know, you've got a leak on your fluids. That's what you know. On an ABS, when that mechanism goes, a lot of them electronic pumps with hydraulics going through them, hydraulic fluid. But when they go, you're done for. You're not going anywhere. Your bike's on the back of a vehicle, and what will happen is, it's like this bike. They're in line. So front and back brake, I don't know exactly, in fact I'll find out, I'm going to read it. Normally on the newer bikes, when you press the back brake, it's in line with the front, so they brake each other down equally, or assist each other. That's due to the new European ideas. Which, do you know something? We've come out of the EU, but that idea on a bike, fantastic and good on them, and we should keep that, because it's making people safe. Anyway, we're going through now Peel Green. We're going up to straight up that road with Rixton. Now we're going up to Culture. A lovely, lovely bit of the world this is. Some lovely roads up here. I really, it's like now I really enjoy it. I actually feel now I've done a day's work, and I'd get in my car, and you'd like, it didn't bother me, but it was just like, you're tired. I've got out of the car when I get home, and I'd like, oh, just want to sit down. I don't want to do that when I get on this. It's like every time I've gone up this road I see something new. I just want to win the lottery and ride bikes, that's it. Or I want someone to contribute to me riding bikes without having to work. I'll just ride bikes to work, unless it's really, really cold. But even then, I suppose, if you've got the gear. Say, lovely little place this. A lovely little ride. So you can even, making your way home, enjoy yourself. Lots of farms around here, lots of sheep. And as we go further up here, we go over the M62, which is another way that would normally come in or come home. And to be honest, it worked out, I think, going home on the 62, because once I get on the 62, I'd probably be home in about 20 minutes at the speed limit, 25 minutes max. So we left. I'll check the time when we get back, what time we started and what time we finished. And like I say, I've come a longer way home now, because it's like just a bit of a relaxing ride home. And I hope you're enjoying it with me. I will go back to doing a few of them and then putting the music back in, because I think it's probably, with music in them, it's a bit therapeutic. It's sad that I can't subscribe to myself more than 40 times, because I quite enjoy it when you're just seeing, it's like when you go out to Derbyshire, and that's local to me. It's so nice out them roads. And unfortunately there'll be no productions this weekend on my channel, because I'm going to Silverstone to watch the Formula 1, British Formula 1. So I may get a few of them there. There's the M62. It's not bad actually today, it's not moving. Absolute glorious. Hope you're enjoying it anyway. Because the review on this bike, what I would say to anyone, just because you've got an R1 or an R6 or a Ducati Multistrada, these have a place, and I think you would find yourself, if you own one, riding it a lot more than what you would think you would. I mean, it just rides like a motorbike. It just... I could get me book there actually and just... Comments below, let me know what you think. Let me know if you'd buy one. I think they are an expensive bike. I wouldn't have bought one brand new. I think even on PCP brand new with £1,000 down on them, they were over £100. As I say, I felt really lucky, and thank you to Craig at BMW. That looks like a Kestrel straight up there on the right hand side, looking for some lunch. It is. I found very lucky with it, and it really was on a whim when I went out. No intentions of buying a scooter or a maxi scooter. No intentions at all until I rode it. And I was, like I said in that very first video riding this bike, I was blown away, absolutely blown away by how well this bike rides and how comfortable it is. And as I say, taking you with me down these lanes, so you've been a bit of motorway work, a bit dual carriageway. You know, this is a proper ride of the bike. Proper traffic, nothing stops it, it's invincible. That's what this bike should have been called, invincible. They shouldn't have called it a boring C word or a GT. They should have called it the Invincible. I've not even put my feet down. I've not actually even put my feet down, and what am I doing now at 3 miles an hour? Self-cancelling indicators, will they do it now? We'll straighten up. Are they going off? No. Oh yeah, they are. It's a bit slow, it's weird. I think it seems to be when you look at them, if you put the indicator on just as you're turning into it and straighten up, they go off. But if you've left it on for a few seconds before you turn, which is what you should do, they tend to take a little bit longer to go off. We're now in Culture. Full of speed bumps. I hope you're still with me. If for anything, if ever you come down this way, you'll know your way around. You know, to get to Birchwood. And we're coming up through Risley now, so if you've misbehaved and you go stealing motorcycles and maxi scooters and motorbikes and you live around here, this is where you'll end up, a little bit further on. as I say, just absolutely. I've not ridden the Gullwing yet, but this feels like what a Gullwing would ride like, only bigger and heavier, because it's just, it can go fast. Well, it can go faster, it can do the legal limits, it can go around the motorways, it can go around the roads. You can get your knee down on this bike if you, well, on this maxi scooter if you really want to, not that I'd want to. People put sportier exhausts on them. Now the one thing I will say, what you find with them, the faster you go on it, the smoother they feel, which is very, that's what I say with BMW. I don't know how they've done that on a single cylinder, but they feel smoother. When you're going now at 30-40 miles an hour, you have got vibration coming through your handlebars, and you have got it coming through the legs. Nothing coming through the pegs, nothing coming through the floor. So I don't know how they've done that, because many years ago I rode a scooter, and it was small wheels, like 14-inch or 12-inch wheels. It was dreadful. It scared the living daylights out of me, and that's what put me off riding or ever buying a scooter. This with the 15-inch front wheel and the 14 back, and it's a chompy little bank tyre on this as well. It's nothing small. Untrue, absolutely untrue. We're on the M6 now. There's the M6. Now there's a few little gadgets going to be added to it as well. I'm trying to find a new back box for it, and I'm trying to find well, I have found a thing called an Atlas cruise control for it, which fastens to the accelerator. Yeah, you see them indicators are a bit, they take a good few seconds to go off. 455. I've lived around here for 30 years plus, and I've always liked it here. A lot of places slander it, but I like the green here. And unfortunately now they're starting to overdevelop it. It's becoming, Warrington is after becoming a city status. It's just a small town, but oh, is he going too fast? Is he going to let on? No. A scooter not letting on. This scooter's got to let on to me. No. It's sad, even scooters are not letting on to you. What's going on? Is it because I'm in a BMW? And want that car in, you see? Even scooters we can let you in. We don't have to jump traffic all the time. See, motorcycles are kind. Now I could do with doing a full walk round on it. I'll let you see a bit more of it, because I've never done that. But I can tell you now 100% If you own one of these, it'd put a smile on your face. If not just for petrol. I think we'll do when I do the walk round, I'll do it in the man cave, which is due to have lots and lots of work done to it to make it look half decent. I've got too many projects going on at the moment, and I need to thin them down and do one at a time. Right, I'm going to call it quits with you there, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.